Hello and welcome back to another video of mine. I am so happy to finally be able to make this update. It took me 2 more months to be able to reach my goal on these, and let me tell you, these Super Shock shades has been in here for such a long time. It took me, I think, 6 or 7 months to be able to reach my goal on all of them. Yeah, I'm so happy. I can already tell you that I did manage to reach my goal on all of them, and I'm finally able to level up. But before I do so, I also wanted to mention the creator of this project pen, Sofie Alexandra. I am going to link her channel up in the eye and also down in the description box for you to go check out. And also, I think she has a playlist that I'm going to link down below as well with all the people who are doing this project. And yeah, also for the rules, I changed it up a bit. I am doing this project ever since Sofie started this, and I am doing this a little bit different. Instead of hitting pen, I want to use the shade that normally you would have to hit pen on 10 times. So for level 1, if this would be my level 1 palette, I would have to use each of these shades once and one of these shades 10 times. And yeah, I am at level 4 currently. I needed to use all of these 4 times and 4 of them 10 times. And Beyond Fine Lines over on Instagram, I'm going to link her channel down below as well, or her Instagram page down below as well. She is doing the same 10 usage goal as me. Yeah, I think I do have, I don't remember how many I have. You know what, I'm going to count them and I'm going to write the number down here for you to know how many overall I did use. I'm not going to search them or to collect them here anymore because I showed you them in my intro. Yeah, anyway, let's get into this update. I am showing you every single one of these. As I already told you, I hit my goal on all of them. I only needed to use these 4 times. The first one is La Mesa. And that's La Mesa. I'm going to swatch this out for you. The second one is Coconut, which honestly annoys me a bit because it is staining a lot. Yeah, and it's very dark. I normally don't tend to use as dark of shades, but it's such a pretty shade. I just cannot decide to declutter it. I did use this 4 times now. And here you can see how much it actually does stain. Next one up is Amaze. I really did enjoy this one. And it's still so smooth and buttery. I love it. It was not hard for me to reach for this one 4 times. Next one up, one of my favorite kind of tones is the Griffith. I love these taupey purple lilac-y shades. Then Like a Moss, and this is kind of similar to Moonwalk. It's not the same, but it's a little bit similar in the tone. Then we do have Main Character Energy. kombucha. Twitter palette. And this one is sparklier than I expected it to be, but it's still very lovely. And maybe these swatches do look washed out a bit, but on the eyes these are fine. The only one that's actually also on the eyes not very opaque and very subtle is this main character energy. Then the next one I actually really enjoyed as well, which is Ray Day. That's this one. And I'm also not going into them. I'm going into them with a light hand. That's also maybe why these swatches are not that impactful. And we do have To Be Young and Beautiful again. Then an OG again, which is Ritz. And this is extremely sparkly. Like comparing all of these, this is the sparkliest. Definitely. And also it's a bit dry. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure about this one. Maybe I'm even going to declutter this because it's just too sparkly for me, but we will see. Anyway, the last one that I did have in my focus for the last 2 months was Plot Twist. So yes, these were all the ones that I focused on within the last 2 months to be able to reach for them 4 times each. And I finally did do so. Plus I did use 4 of my Super Shocks 10 times, and I'm going to show you them as well now. These are the 4 shades that I actually did use 10 times each. The first one is Cosmic Charge. And again, I'm going to swatch these out for you. The second one is called Frou Frou. And this one is also more subtle than I thought it would be. It's not as impactful on the eyes as I thought it would be, but it was still very nice to use. And then 2 OG shades. The first one is Moonwalk. And I don't know if you are able to see, this one here is like a moss. They are similar, I think. And last but not least, I have this, which is broken in the pen in my collection. But this is how it looks like. And this is it swatched out. So there you go. These were the 4 shades that I used 10 times. And then these were the shades I did work on throughout the last 2 months. And I think I don't have 48, I have 28. Anyway, you would already know because I already wrote it down in the beginning of the video. But yes, I'm so happy that I finally managed to level up and to use all of these at least 4 times. It was super nice for me. Still, even though it took me such a long time, but it was nice to reach for every single Super Shock shade in my collection. And also I did have quite a few new ones, and it was nice trying to figure those out. And yeah, as I mentioned, maybe I'm going to declare the Ritz, but we will see. But all the others I absolutely love. I know that I do love the metallic formula more so, or the ultra metallic formula more so than the glitter formula, but yeah. I think that's already it for this level. I am going to insert you the footage for the palette that got randomly chosen for my next level, for level 5. So, as you were able to see, the palette that got chosen is my Dancing in the Sky palette by Gloss Gods Cosmetics. And as this is level 5, I have to use every single shade that is in here at least 5 times, and 5 of them at least 10 times. So yeah, let's look at the palette. This is what the palette looks like. It has only been swatched, and not even every single shade of it has been swatched, because this is also a newer one in my collection. This is going to be hard for me, I have to admit, because I'm not the biggest fan of sparkly eyeshadows, and this is definitely a sparkly eyeshadow palette. Or at least I'm not wearing these on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, I am excited to reach for them, to figure them out. I never used Gloss Gods Cosmetics eyeshadows previously on a day-to-day basis, basically. I do have another palette that I used once or twice, but not more than that. And yeah, so I'm actually happy that I wrote this in, for me to be able to use this and figure out the formula and all these shades. But 5 times, and 5 of them 10 times, is going to be a challenge for me, definitely. But yeah, let's swatch these out for you as well. The whole palette. They are very soft to the touch, I already know that. And very impactful. Oh, my camera can't even. Yeah, you are not able to see it very nicely. It's too reflective, I think, almost, for my camera to pick it up nicely. Okay, this one has a shearer base. Then this one probably will be one of my favorite ones, I think. Also a sheer base with a lot of sparkle to it. I don't even know how to show you these. My camera cannot. Anyway, I'm still going to keep swatching for you. Then this one is a different formula. Not as sparkly, glittery. This one I definitely am going to enjoy. I know that because I'm more so a fan of these kind of shades than these glittery ones. But let's move on. The next one is Natural Wonder. Ooh. Seems very impactful. Oh yes. Wow. Okay. Then Lighten Up. Oh, this is super creamy. This color actually reminds me of Telepathy from Colourpop, from the Super Shock shades that I just worked on. It's almost oily feeling. So I'm also interested to see how well these are going to last on my eyes, because I have hooded eyes and I'm excited or not so excited to see whether they crease or not. Then Aurora, and this also speaks to me in the pen at least. Oh yes. Oh, that's a nice shade. Wow. The way this catches the light is wow. Then we do have Magnetic Midnight, which I have to press down a little bit. Yeah, this is another one that's very oily feeling. Oily feeling? It feels like oil. Like a very oily formula. And this one, same as this one, have more bigger sparkle particles to them. Then Below Zero is a unique shade in my collection, but also a shade I'm definitely not going to use a lot, even though the formula is more up my alley because it's not as sparkly, but still very impactful and metallic. Oh yes, and we do have the first one that actually stained, and this stained a lot. This stained even more than Coconut from the Colourpop Super Shock shades. So let's use a different finger for swatching the rest of these. Northern Lights. Oh yeah, that's like a multi-chrome kind of shade. Oh yes, that's lovely. And also not that oily to the touch. Ooh, I really like this one. Plus it didn't stain. And then Solar Wind. This is also again a little bit more chunky. Oh, but I love this shade. I don't know, I don't really enjoy shades or appreciate shades that the base is so sheer. Maybe I need to do more layering than using these on their own. That's the right way. But yeah, other than that, this is like so nice. If this would have a little bit more of a base, I would love it. But again, this one is the same as these two with a little bit more of texture to it. And the last one is Paint the Sky. And the formula I actually really do like. It's just very dark to use for me. But yes, these are all the shades swatched out of this palette. I think, I don't know, my eyes are drawn to this one because it's so unique and it's up my alley formula-wise or finish-wise. But we will see how often I actually use this kind of a shade. I think, what do I think? As for the 5 shades that I need to use 10 times. Wait, I'm going to remove the swatch first, no? I think probably because it's going to be easy to use for me and easy to combine with other shades is this shade here, which is Look Up here in the corner. Wait. This one here in the corner, because it's formula-wise and finish-wise easy shade for me to use, and also color-wise. I normally would say maybe this one, but this is so oily to the touch, which was this one. I'm afraid that this will crease on me, but we will see. I kinda also really love the finish of this one. Wait, which one was this one? This one was this one. This Aurora shade. And probably also because I can use it in a corner, the first shade in here called Starry Night. I'm going to show you in a bit. And then either it's going to be one of these two because they are more sheerer, with a sheerer base. Maybe I can figure them out. Or actually this one, which was Northern Light. So let's see in the palette again. So first of all, definitely this one. I know for sure. Then probably this one and this one. And then maybe one of these two, or this one actually, which I did not expect, this one being one of the ones that I want to use 10 times, or possibly I'm going to use 10 times. But swatching this out, this actually looks very nice. Anyway, we are going to see. I'm not going to promise that I actually use these 10 times that I just talked about. Yeah, you are going to find out with the next update. And that's already it for my update. I'm again so happy that I finally managed to level up. It took me such a long time to do so, and yeah, I'm excited to use this palette finally. And again, go check out Sofie Alexandra Beyond Fine Lines, and also the playlist down in the description box. And other than that, I hope you're doing fine, and I wish you a very nice day. Bye!